Welcome back, everybody, to your quantum report video of the week. This is Sam SolBright here in the Love and Science channel. Thank you for being here. And just a quick reminder that this coming weekend, we have a masterclass with myself, 3 other amazing teachers to support you in your journey. We are each teaching as a different topic. And so we're going to be doing it Saturday 29th, Sunday 30th. So if you were interested in joining us in this masterclass, we're going to have the link below. And we're really, really excited, as this is the first one that we all come together to share our secret knowledge. So definitely open up and see if this is in alignment for you. There are so many of us, so many way showers and light keepers that are continuously opening up to support one another, support our own collectives in many, many, many different ways. So it is up to each and every person to open up to the support that's already here. So with that, thank you again. Let's dive in. We have a lot of things coming through. There's so much, as always, as we wrap up this linear month. We're closing, we're opening up, we're going through a lot of different passageways and initiations that will lead us to one of the biggest portals and passageways, which is in November, 11/11, and then we have 12/12, and obviously we have solstice coming up. And let's not forget 10/29. That is also a portal date that is coming through this week. So the frequencies are going to continuously amplify. And I repeat this over and over and over again in every video, or at least it's what it seems like I do, because it is important for each and every single one of us to continuously remember and remind yourself that absolutely everything right now is supporting you. It is supporting you in clearing. It is supporting you in the releasing process. It is supporting you in the anchoring process. It is supporting you in letting go of the old. Keep that in every situation that you come across. Everything is meant to free you. Everything is meant to open your heart. Everything is meant to open up your body and your field. And so the more that you open up, the more that you go all in, you are diving deeper and deeper within. The easier, quote unquote easier, the smoother the transition, and the more consciously you're going to go through this journey. The more conscious you are, the more willing you are, the more open you are, the more power you have, the more you're able to see why things are occurring. What's the purpose? What is your role? It is coming back into mastery, which is actually a part of the codes that are coming through, is open yourself up to these master codes. We have 222 this whole entire linear year. We're about to enter in 1/1, which is a master number, November. And so there is so much coming through that is assisting us in opening up and becoming the masters that we are. We are the ascended masters, by the way. It's us. We become the masters of our energy, the masters of our reality, the masters of our field. Anything in your field is yours at some level. And when you start owning up to it, then you start to open up everything from within you that will support you in shifting, in clearing, in realigning absolutely anything and everything that needs to. When we talk about we are creators of our reality, it's very loosely expressed. We haven't really opened up to what this actually means. When we talk about we are the creators of our reality, that means that you have to own up and become responsible of it, become responsible towards every aspect of your reality. Because if you do not own up to it and you do not become responsible, then it owns you and you play victim. And it's not as, it's more challenging for you to do anything about it because you have dissolved. It's like you have literally given your power away. You have given up your keys. When you own up to this is your reality, you take your keys back. You take your power back. There's so much to that, of course. But opening up to that, opening up to this is your reality. This is your responsibility. Everything that is around you is meant for you to see it. It's meant for you to feel it so that you can shift and realign it in any way and in every way that your highest self guides you to, so that you can continue to bring forth the highest reality for yourself and for all. Open up to it. You don't have to fear it. You don't have to be scared of this. You do not have to be afraid of getting it wrong, of doing something wrong, or taking a wrong step, or making a mistake. Because as a creator, you can always recreate anything. You can always shift anything. This is our pure power as light and as energy. We can always bring anything back into pure light, anything back into the purity that it is. So mastering our energy, mastering our reality. We're also going to be opening up more and more and more to building our new foundation. So the master codes, these are master builder codes. These are master source code creator codes. And these are codes that unlock deep, deep, deep levels within ourselves that allow the new crystalline foundation to be rebuilt. That is the most important thing to open up to. This isn't to say that you are going to have to rebuild your entire reality in every way. Somebody had tweeted the other day that they were changing their thoughts, they were changing their, they were doing the work, and they mentioned changing thoughts, changing this, but their reality is still the same. And it's going to be important for all of us to open up to the phase where your higher self is going to guide you to realign your reality yourself. You are going to have to open up to what it is going to require of you to do, what you're going to be required, so that your reality continuously shifts. When we talk about rebuilding our reality, recreating our reality, that means that anything and everything that is not in alignment with your soul and with new earth is going to have to be cleared. And so I mentioned a little bit of, obviously your higher self will guide you every step of the way. There's a lot of things that we have to consciously do. We have to end a lot of things. Jobs, businesses, relationships. We have to continuously let go of a lot of things, physical things, material things, things that we are attached to. We are going to be guided to move in different ways, move to different places, travel to different locations, relocate to different specific points in the planet, in obviously different parts of the process, so that we can continuously, there's many reasons for that, by the way, but it is part of continually letting go of absolutely everything. You must be willing to let go of the environment that we are in. We don't have any attachments, by the way. As New Earth souls, there are no attachments whatsoever. It becomes very easy to live this way because this is how we need to live. We need to have a sacred connection with everything. And as we continue to have a sacred connection with everything, it is very easy to honor and respect absolutely everything and everyone for who they are, for where they are, for what they're choosing, and for what they're bringing into your reality. So if anything does not support me at a soul level, I have to really feel into it so that I can make the highest decision possible to either shift it, to upgrade it, to evolve it, to realign it, or to remove it out of my reality so that my soul can be supported. There's going to be a lot of things that I've had to remove. I've had to let go of. I've had to close. I've had to close many, many chapters. I've had to close out many timelines, many realities, many things that I felt were not highest aligned for me anymore. And this will always change because you are evolving. So something that supports you now, as you evolve, it may no longer support you at some phase of your journey. And that's completely fine. It's completely normal. There is no judgment. There is no attachment to absolutely anything. And this is a huge part of the process for each and every person to open up to, because we have a gazillion attachments to absolutely everything known to man. And so this is why continuing to open up to your emotions is huge, because every attachment is held up by your emotions, the heavy, heavy, heavy emotions that you have not been, that you haven't felt yet, that you have not owned up to, that you have not allowed yourself to feel. That is one of the biggest reasons why feeling absolutely everything, no matter what it is, no matter how deep it is, no matter how long you have to feel it, opening yourself up, closing your eyes, and go deeper within your body to feel absolutely everything is always going to be a huge part of this process. And it will always be a huge part. It will never end. As you do the emotional attachment to things, to people, to relationships, to locations, to memories, to realities, it's going to continuously be lighter and lighter and smaller and smaller until it just dissolves. You no longer have that heaviness. You no longer have that weight. You are no longer anchored into that belief or that program or that system. So it becomes very easy to let go, to say, thank you, but no thank you. It is an extremely crucial part of this process, because everything changes, guys, everything. And when we mean everything, I mean there is not a single part of your reality that stays the same. Literally. This is why it's a process. This is why it's a continual process, because there's a lot of things that have to change. The more you open up, the more that you feel into your body and allow yourself to be guided by your soul, the easier, the smoother, and the more enjoyable this process is. Gift yourself that opportunity. Gift yourself with feeling everything. Gift yourself the space. Gift yourself the time. Gift yourself the opportunity in every way to be on your own, to be with nature, to be outside, to go wherever you need to go, all on your own, by yourself. Retreating yourself, obviously detaching, removing yourself from a reality is going to always be a huge part of this process too. When you are in the reality, you have a very limited perception, and you cannot see very far. You have to remove yourself from that reality constantly in order to feel deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper levels, feeling all the attachments, all the beliefs, all the programs, all the could have, would have, should have, all the can'ts, everything. This is why retreat, remove, relocating, even if it's just for an hour, even if it's just for a day, whatever the case may be, it is going to be a huge, huge thing that supports you and every single one of us. There is so much beauty and magic that happens when you allow yourself to be by yourself. When you allow, even if it's just 5 minutes to yourself, out in nature or in your room or whatever the case may be, in your car, it allows you the space to breathe. It allows you the space to feel. It allows you the space to open. And it allows you the space to expand, among other things. Being on your own, gifting yourself with that sacred alone time. Sacred time, it's your sacred space to be just with you, just with your energy, with your emotions. A lot of the reason, or one of the biggest reasons why we as a collective, generally speaking, didn't like being alone, didn't want to be alone, were afraid of being alone. It's because when you are alone, you get to feel more. You get to feel everything. You get to see more. You get to recognize more, and you get to remember more. We have to continuously open up that feeling more, seeing more, remembering more are your keys to freedom. If you're not allowing yourself to do this and to be in a space by yourself, where are you afraid? Where are you afraid to feel? Where are you afraid to see? Where are you afraid to remember? Where are you afraid to be free? Every single one of us has this. You're not the only one. And as crazy it may seem, we have been so contracted. We've been in prison for so long that we got comfortable and we did not want to leave our tiny little holes, our prison cells. We actually chose to be slaves. Aspects of us choose to be slaves because freedom is way too scary. Open yourself up to this. Open yourself up to absolutely everything, even if it doesn't make any sense, and even if you don't believe it. Even if you think it's so crazy and unreal, you cannot possibly think that. Open yourself up to it. You just have to open up. The more you open up to it, the more you're actually going to be able to feel, and you're going to be surprised at everything that comes through. But it's going to be a beautiful gift that you give yourself, and it's going to allow you the opportunity to actually start to feeling free. Feel, see, remember are a huge, huge, huge part of this process. Don't be afraid anymore. Don't be afraid of you. Don't be afraid of your light. Don't be afraid of your essence and your pure power. So much more to come with November and 11. There is going to continuously be mass awakenings. There's going to be a lot of soul unions as well. This is your soul union, as that is the most important one to open up to. We're going to continuously open up the codes to the rebuilding and reconstruction of our own reality. It's going to be a lot of things coming into the physical. It's going to be a lot of things that we're going to start materializing, which is a topic that I will continue to expand. We'll have 2 more live sessions. It's like a week-long workshop for anybody that is still interested in joining us. We're going to be diving into this topic. And so we're going to start to see how fast, how easy the materialization process is. Bringing things into the physical. This goes beyond manifesting, because manifesting is just creating the energy of something, and as soon as you think it, as soon as you say it, you've already created it, which means you've already manifested it. So manifesting is a piece of cake, guys, to say the least. We are now materializing, churning energy into matter, into physical form, into your physical reality, so that it can provide a different level of support. And so as you continue to open up, we're going to start to see a lot of things coming into the physical. And so open yourself up to recognizing where you're creating this. There's going to be a lot of things coming into the physical that we may be creating, but from a separated aspect of ourselves. And trust me, that isn't the highest aligned thing to create. And it is always going to be bound to a collapse, because anything that comes through, anything we create as an ego aspect is bound to collapse, because the foundation is not there. Ego has no foundation. The carbon-based body is not able to hold on to a physical reality that is built on separation. And so when you continuously open up and recognize what aspect of yourself is creating this reality, you're going to be much more capable of bringing it back into balance, integrating that aspect, and creating and recreating the reality from the highest aligned space inside. So continue to open up to this, because as we continue to evolve, as we continue to upgrade, as our light bodies start to come more and more online, it is going to be really important to get on board with this. At some level, every person has to come on board. Now, you don't have to worry about everybody. Everybody has chosen their own experience. Everyone knows at a soul level. This is about focusing on you, what you are choosing, what you are creating, where you're creating from. It is on us at some level as conscious awakened beings. We have to continuously open up to our role. Our role as light keepers, our role as bridge keepers, grid keepers, gatekeepers, all of these different things. And you don't even have to know exactly what that is. All you have to continuously do is focus on your journey, focus on yourself, focus on your soul, and focus on your light. It's very simple things. You don't have to complicate it, and you don't have to run in circles anymore trying to figure this out, because you don't need to. So gonna wrap it up with that. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be everything that I mentioned, well, you'll have the link below for more information, to learn more. Open yourself up to all of these amazing opportunities that are here for you, to support you, to expand you, because you're not alone. None of us are doing this alone. Yes, there are things that we do on our own by ourselves, but we have to also come together as a light family, come together and support, come together and share, talk, express, expand together, because that is how all of this starts. This is how we become more unified. This is how we get to support one another. This is how we get to bridge our own separation, by coming together as well in many, many, many different ways. So you just have to continuously open up and feel what is highest aligned for you, what is soul aligned for you. That's all. It doesn't matter what other people do. It doesn't matter, what other people say. It matters what your higher self guides you to. That is the only thing that will always be the most important guidance to follow. So open yourself up in every way. Open yourself up to absolutely everything. And with that, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.